Lin-Manuel Miranda is the beloved playwright and songwriter behind the Broadway smash hit Hamilton, which debuted on Disney Plus on July 4th, 2020. However, that was not supposed to be last summer's only Miranda musical to hit the big and small screens. In the Heights, starring Anthony Ramos, tells the story of the largely Latinx-populated Washington Heights and of the numerous and diverse little dreams many of the residents have there. I'm Ronald Young Jr., and I'm leaving the theater. I mean, he's paying the bills. All right, this is Ronald, and actually I'm just going to restart because I don't even know if those levels are... Oh yeah, no, they're good. All right, this is Ronald, and I am leaving the theater after watching In the Heights, and I'm here with...
Nichole. It's me, Nichole. Is that how I say it?
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's how you say it. All right. So, In the Heights, directed by Jon M Chu. Screenplay by Quiara, Alegria, Hudes, based on the musical In the Heights by Quiara, Alegria, Hudes, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, starring Anthony Ramos, Corey Hawkins, Leslie Grace, Melissa Barrera, Olga Merediz, Daphne Rubin-Vega, Gregory Diaz IV, Jimmy Smits, Stephanie Beatriz, Dascha Polanco, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Noah Catala, Mateo Gomez, Marc Anthony, and Christopher Jackson. All right. So, yet another movie, yet another day on this side of vaccine. Do you want to stand outside and post up?
Oh, sure.
Okay. I'm going to have to come back in to use the bathroom. I already feel it. Did you walk here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. From where? Northeast?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just in the mood.
All right. We got to get away from the music.
Look at this.
It's going to pollute the audio.
Moment we're having out here. Are they singing In the Heights?
Is someone actually singing? Or is that just music they're playing?
I can't tell, but it's like very passionate.
Yeah. It's like, it's more than What is this all?
I feel like we're in the movie right now.
It does feel like more of the same. Oh, and it's ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah. It's literally like we just did it again.
Yes. This is kind of amazing.
Oh yeah, this is, all right. There's a lot going on, listeners. We're walking down the street right now. We just left, and we literally left the movie with this music playing. So it's like we've walked into the real version of it. Where do you want to walk and or stand?
Over there.
You want to go over here? Okay. All right, we're going to go stand by the water. Hopefully we'll be able to get away from...
This feels like we are not in the Heights, but like we're having a Heights-like situation right now.
Agreed. It feels very magical. And like what better place? We're in Georgetown right now in D.C. So it's like the perfect place for this type of...
No one's ever going to make a musical about
Georgetown?
I really don't see it.
That was gold. That is so true. Like it'd have to involve slavery.
Right, exactly.
And nobody wants to, I mean, how many more slavery musicals are we going to have to watch? I gotta make sure we stop peeking. Am I peeking? All right, we're not peeking. No, we're not. We're fine. Okay, so In the Heights, this was Lin-Manuel Miranda, another one from him. And this is actually his original. Yes. Like, this was his first claim to fame in terms of Broadway. This came before Hamilton. And some people would say that Hamilton happened as a result of In the Heights, which is, I mean, now that we've seen the movie, I can see it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so what did you think?
Okay, so much fun. I love the music. I love the dancing. I think it's a great time. However, if we're talking about a coherent story, I did not see that there. I saw a bunch of like, you know when people have like, they see a beautiful scene, like let's say like we want to do a scene like what we see tonight, and then you're like, I just want to do a bunch of beautiful scenes and put them together, and like whatever happens, that's what I feel like happened.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is
It's really
like right we're like, okay, so we're standing on the Potomac River, right across from Roslyn. We're next to the movie theater, and it's nice. People are out. Like, it's Sunday. There's kids. There's masks. There's no masks. Everybody's having a good time. There's a lot going on, man.
Yeah,
I don't feel one hint of Sunday scaries right now.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I
feel very relaxed. Like, and I feel like this is what when you say you live in a city and you love a city, you want to capture moments like this.
Absolutely.
So that's what the movie is, a bunch of beautiful, really cool moments.
Yes.
Some songs and stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit of dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah, so that, okay.
Let's get into it. What did you think?
So here's the thing. It's weird because I'm like, I liked it. Mm-hmm. It was weird to both like, and it's weird to like a movie that I have to acknowledge was very poorly constructed.
Yes.
Like,
Agreed.
because I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, I like this movie. And I'm like, and I had to make sure that I balanced that I liked it with the fact that I don't think it's a very good movie.
I completely agree. I feel the exact same way, where it's just like, I'm having a good time, but I know that this is not the way you tell a story at all. I don't know why people's desires are coming out in the third act.
Yeah.
Why would I find that out at the end?
Yeah.
And like, there's like one song where they say like a character has this like, this saying that's very important to them, but we only hear it. We never hear it throughout the whole movie, and then we hear it like Act 3.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, like I always say, watermelons are the ticket to life. They're like, Ronald, you don't ever say that.
I never said it.
Like, I said it just now. Like, I must have said it off camera. Yeah, no. So the whole plot of the movie, and this is hard. So for those who haven't seen In the Heights, it's about Washington Heights. It's about Latinx people in Washington Heights, and basically, honestly, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the plot.
And how people have dreams, like a lot of dreams. Like everybody's always dreaming of something. Yeah,
and which I don't think is very original, like, in the least.
I agree.
Because they were basically like, hey, we all have ambitions. I'm like, yeah, so does everybody. And then it made me wonder, I'm like, okay, so did you just take the fact that you had all these dreams in the Heights, and that's how you created Hamilton? Because if you think about Hamilton, it's about him, a guy chasing his dreams, right? So I'm like, I'm not mad at that, like, because Hamilton's great, but it feels like In the Heights is kind of like a generic, unworkshopped version of Hamilton.
I totally agree. I was like, oh, I see where Hamilton, like, this was like his first big shot, his big project, and then it got better from there. But I think what he did is he said there's something beautiful in Washington Heights, and I lived in West Harlem, and so I would go up to the Heights, like, eat and stuff, and the Dominican food's great, and all the people are great. I think he's like, this is beautiful. It's going to get...
Wait, what is he singing?
He's Jesus Loves My...
Jesus,
my mother.
Jesus, you're my lover.
Jesus, you're my lover. I was okay. Mm-hmm. That's like fine.
Say it like that.
No, because it's confusing.
I don't like the word lover generally,
you
but
put it in
this context.
Yeah, because it's and so
two church kids here. We
like I understand because I but it's like
we know where you were going.
But no, this is in the crowd.
Yeah.
So he's like, the Heights. It's beautiful. I want you to get it. I want you to just like accept that we have dreams. And he thinks the dreams are enough to carry the story. The fact that they have dreams is enough to carry it. And it's just really not.
No, I agree. No, you nailed it. Because just having the dream can't be and they try to make it the whole movie.
Exactly. That is what the movie is people have dreams. The end.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't want whoever's going to like text me or be like, I don't agree with your review, which I hate when y'all do this. Cause I'm like, if you don't agree, like just that's fine. Yeah. Like we're going to have different opinions, but I'm like, whoever's going to text me and all that, I want them to hear me say like, the movie is beautiful.
Yes.
The dancing is great.
Yes.
The singing is great. The visuals are perfect. We like all that. All right. That's not enough.
Right.
To make it like a great movie.
Right. We
like
need
those
like
are great
beginning, middle, and end. It has to have something needs to drive the narrative. But it was like what drove the narrative was there's going to be a really cool scene. It's coming. We're counting down to this beautiful scene. It doesn't really impact the story in any way.
Not one bit.
But it will be beautiful visuals. Get yourself ready.
Yeah. There were so many. I mean, gentrification is a main character in the story, and there's so many like Benny. By the end of this movie, I did not understand what Benny's purpose was, besides just being in a relationship with the woman from Stanford. I didn't understand the hairdressers' perspectives at all.
Oh yeah,
except
they're
to be
like fun.
Yeah,
like, hey.
yeah, just a Greek chorus, if anything. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Like
so
the
I'm
sexy
like,
Greek chorus.
yeah. So I'm like, which I'm not mad at, but I'm like,
but
in terms of like story, and I think that's where this movie is weakest in story. And I feel like it's weird because I saw Cruella. And have you seen Cruella?
No, I'm not gonna watch that.
Okay, all right.
I'm not gonna do that.
You just made some enemies, just so you know, because there's people.
The Ursula story.
Thank
I will
you.
not watch a Cruella.
Ursula would have been a better movie.
Oh,
wait,
so
hold on. But wait, we don't want to. The point is, like, I remember I was sitting here watching this, and in my mind, I was comparing it to Cruella, and I'm like, I like this more than I like Cruella, but Cruella had more of a story than this. The problem is. The story was bad. So, whereas the story in The Heights really just doesn't exist, it's saved by a lot of like really beautiful visuals, beautiful interactions with the characters, and it clearly it loves Latinx people. It loves them, and it treats them, I think, with dignity, respect, and it really infuses culture in there. And I mean, I'm not Latinx, you're not either. No. So it's like, but from what I can tell, I'm like, this is doing a pretty good job of not just being a bunch of stereotypes, which I think is important when it comes to representation.
I agree. Do you think if you had to get rid of one of the storylines, because there's a lot of there's not a story, but there's a lot of characters having things occur, which one would you say you could do without?
I mean, unfortunately, this is going to be weird, but I think they should get rid of the entire gentrification storyline. I
agree.
Because I felt like, to me, I'm like, it was like this, it was like...
Oh, is this prom?
Oh, snap. No, I don't think it's prom. I think they're getting married.
Oh, really?
Some
They're very
child
young.
brides are walking by.
These would be child brides.
Yeah, and there's black people next to them hyping them up.
Yeah,
this is
we do. We are known.
That's
to
what
do
we do.
that.
Yeah, we say A and get you into trouble.
And they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They're just kind of laughing.
They're like, okay, we're gonna kind of like diagonal off to the side.
Maybe they'll stop soon.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is prom. I don't know.
Prom. What day is June?
It's still June.
Prom happens in June.
Yeah, but like people are graduating and whatnot now. I feel like prom should have been happened already.
Right.
Should have happened already. Anyway, yeah, I'd get rid of gentrification if I had to get rid of anything because
I would get rid of the Dreamers plot.
I'd get rid of that too.
Yeah.
I get rid of, and I'm like, I understand why it's there because it's relevant to the times. But the gentrification thing, to me, it felt like it set a countdown that we didn't need.
Yes.
Because I'm like, we're not counting down to anything, really, are we? Because they're like, the block is changing. But when you get to the end of the movie, like, it almost is like a red herring, right?
A little. Well, it's like if you can hold on to this thread, they say like gentrification is a threat, and it's introduced very lightly and then talked about a lot. And then in the end, it's like, fuck gentrification. Oh, wait, can I curse?
You already did.
Oh, no.
You're
At
fine.
the end, it's just like, screw gentrification.
No, I'm going to leave the F word in there.
I didn't even curse that much. I don't know why I did it. But anyway, it's just like, okay, I guess, but it didn't seem to be a big problem for you guys.
Yeah.
I guess it was coming and you were getting ready for it. And now you're going to stand up in the face of it or something?
Yeah.
It's too light. It's just like, it's not enough of a plot. Same with the Dreamers thing where it's just like, we tacked it on at the end. Of course it's relevant, but it's like, to the story?
Well, without spoiling the movie, which actually, and I think the movie cheated in one very specific way about where he was telling the story and to who he was telling the story. Huge cheating.
Yeah.
But I think when you get to the end of the movie, when they walk outside, to me, as far as I'm concerned, then what was the point of y'all having this whole gentrification block?
Yes, exactly. That is a very good point. The gentrification storyline is actually more detrimental overall because of the way that it's constructed and ends.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I liked it. And I mean, if it was on TV, I would watch it. I'd probably change the channel.
I would turn it on and then I would go cook and clean and stuff.
Yeah, but see,
I'm talking like dance to it.
Yeah, and I feel like Pilagua, like there was a couple of stuff like, but I feel like, so I feel like the Lin-Manuel Miranda parts only existed so Lin-Manuel could like put his signature on this.
Yes. And so that he could, like, obviously there's a Piragua man that he saw growing up.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to play him. Yeah. And so
I already know how that conversation with the producer went. He's like, it means a lot to me.
Yes.
I want to portray him. I want to pay homage to this guy.
And there was like another guy, and he made sure that he couldn't take his money. Like it was his block. He protected it.
Yeah, I can see there's definitely, because he kept showing up in important scenes too, where I was like,
why would he be here?
Yeah, like is this a commercial? Like, what's happening here?
Because even the main characters don't even really interact with him at all. But he shows up at pivotal moments for the main character.
Yeah.
Why are you here, Lin?
Yeah.
Lin,
the
you
best,
even go here.
The best part was, and I can't even explain this. But when you see the movie, like, I really want to tell them what you said in the theater. Where there's a part in the movie where someone's trying to get their education and this person turns to their father and says, you know what I'm going to do with the education that you got for me? And talks about this grandiose plan that she's going to do. And Nick turns to me in the theater and says, she's a freshman. And she said it to me deadpan, and I laughed for about, I want to say 2 real-time minutes.
It was so bad because the rest of the scene is them having a very important emotional moment, and you're just laughing.
I was laughing so hard because I was like, it's so accurate. Like, you're talking about this grandiose dream, and like you were seconds away from dropping out of college.
Exactly. And you have so much more college ahead of you.
Yeah.
And then more college to achieve this dream.
Yeah, to get to where you're going, that's at least 7 years.
Exactly.
Like, what are we talking about here? Like where, and then like internships, all that, like don't even give. And I'm not like trashing her dreams, but I just had this moment where I'm like, man, you guys really oversimplified that part, didn't you?
Yes.
Sheesh.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I give this movie. The ceiling for this movie is obviously 4 stars. 4 stars and above, because it's a musical. Right. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda backing it, all of that. However, if you miss, you can miss hard. I don't think this movie completely missed. If it did, it would have been lower than 2 stars as far as I'm concerned. And I think the middle of this movie, if it would have just had like a predictable plot, which in a lot of cases it kind of did. But if it would have just had like a predictable plot that just hit well, that just hit the beats, made you feel good, give you goosebumps at the right points, all of that, this would have been a 3-star movie. Unfortunately, it didn't do that either. So for me, it's 2.5 stars. Ooh. Yeah, it's not 2. It's not. I did not like it, but I didn't really like it either. And I did like, and that's the thing.
Parallel with you, go straight.
Okay, Todd. He's gonna go parallel, so he wants his family to walk straight. Yeah. But this is gonna be the weirdest episode with everything going on behind us. But no, yes, I'd give it 2.5 stars. What do you say?
I would give it 3 stars because it is an enjoyable time. You don't need to bring your mind and your thoughts and your ability to understand.
Yeah.
You just need to be prepared to have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
Again, unless I'm cleaning.
Yeah.
And I want to dance. And I don't want to listen to the music again, actually, either. It would have to be on TV, and I don't feel like getting the remote.
Yeah.
So I would give it a 3 for that.
Yeah.
And for representation, I think it's important. I think we have to, like, support.
I'm not mad at that. I still 2.5 because, like, it just, I don't feel it like that. For me, I don't know if I'll ever watch this movie again. I don't know, because there was part of me that was like, all right, I'm going to watch it in theater, then I'll go home and watch it on HBO Max, see if I missed anything. Yeah. I have no desire to see any of this again.
Agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I'm giving it a 3 because my heart wants it to be a 3.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But the, like, person that loves stories and musicals is like, this is a 2.
Yeah.
It's just a 2.
Wait, how did you land lower than me? You said
because like a central thing that a musical should do, I love musicals.
Yes.
Passionately.
Yeah.
in the songs, you add key plot points to the songs. That's the point of the songs. All of the songs were supplemental. They would say everything they needed to say. And then start singing. And then sometimes there was a narrator, but then I think he went away and we did the voice of God. Then we had a guy remembering something. And then we had some songs. Then the voice of God went away. I don't know where he went. And then it was just like storytelling wise and the way they use music, which are the most important things in a musical. They didn't nail it in any way.
And I think one thing that I noted was when they would sing, like to me, it's like if you go back to Hamilton, they nailed all that. And it seems like if you think about In the Heights, it's like I think there were people that looked at it. There were white people that greenlit this. And I feel like they looked at this at the top and were like, this is a beautiful story. We love this. It reminds us of Once on This Island. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a bunch of brown people. Like, we like that. And I think that's why a movie like this is like this Broadway was like, on Broadway it's probably that popular. Now, I'm going to stop short of saying that before the Broadway people come after me because I haven't seen it on Broadway. So I could be wrong. It could be a totally different experience there.
Maybe. But when I lived in New York, this In the Heights was huge. He had just finished like coming off this big run with this. And like, I didn't know anybody who went to go see that other than like Broadway types.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm good with your 3-star. I'm good with my 2.5 star. I think people, like, I don't even think you need to see this in theaters because I thought I was going to be enhanced by seeing it in theaters. We watched it in Dolby, so we had all the sound and all that, so that was nice. But I'm like, if you have a pretty good sound system at the house and an iPad, like...
Not an iPad.
You should be good to go. Like,
TV.
Get it on a 32-inch. You could put it on a 24-inch probably. Like, put it on while you're working. On your second screen, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you'll be all right. Like, this is good. I'm glad to be out in the theaters again. So I'm like, that felt good. But like, I don't know if I just saw this last summer when we were supposed to, I think I would have been more disappointed.
If you saw it
like, when all the movies were supposed to come out and now because now we're happy to be back in the theaters. So I feel like this might get more of a bump. Like, if I saw this last year when I was supposed to see it, I don't think I would have rated it that high. It probably would be just 2 stars. At this point.
I agree. I think that's right. I think if I'd seen it last year, I would have been like even more brutal. But now because I am so happy and grateful to be out, I'm just like, 3. Don't you want to have fun? Don't you want to laugh sometimes?
Just live your life. Live your life.
You don't have to worry about the story and plot.
All right, so. This is the time normally when I read the credits, but before I go, I want to say thank you for being on the show.
Oh my gosh.
And is there anything you want to plug?
My show, The Secret Adventures of Black People. It's a podcast that Ronald has helped to encourage me with and develop and all that good stuff. And it's available wherever.
Secret Adventures of Black People. Again, this is Nick Hill. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. What an honor. I have tried to get on the show before.
Did you?
Well, I said it casually to you, and then you did it.
You know what? I remember that too. You're like, hey, maybe sometimes I can be on the show. And I was like, yeah, whatever. People want things. People have dreams. I don't know what do you, like what?
Sueñitas, whatever they call you.
Sueñitas. Like, yeah, people have dreams. But I'm glad to have you. This was nice. But yeah, check out The Secret Adventures of Black People. This is Nick Hill. She has a great podcast. She works on other stuff too, but this is her passion project. You can subscribe to it the same place you're subscribing to this podcast, even right now. The same place you're listening, you can find it right now. Again, The Secret Adventures of Black People. And with that, Leaving the Theater is a production of Oh It's Big Ron Studios. Theme music by the mysterious Breakmaster Cylinder. I got to speed up before he starts singing again. To find out more about this show and other Oh It's Big Ron Studios shows, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Oh It's Big Ron. That's at OHITSBIGRON. If you like this show, check out our sister show, Time Well Spent. Leaving the Theater will be back soon, but until then, oh, no. Yeah, I was going to say I'll be here on the couch. That's not what I say anymore. Leaving the Theater will be back soon. Thanks for listening.
Another coming back. Oh, I